Welcome everyone to another startup and automobile documentation. What we have today is a 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid SE. This Outlander plug-in hybrid is finished in the white diamond exterior paint color. It does have smart key access at the front doors. And on the key fob you have the buttons for lock, unlock, panic, and power liftgate release. Bottle holders and storage, power windows, locks, and mirrors, along with power folding mirrors, and this one does have a premium Bose sound system. It has a black interior, and SE models come with suede and synthetic leather seat upholstery. The driver's seat is fully powered with two-way power lumbar support, and the front passenger seat is fully manual. And now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start it up. And of course has a push-button ignition as well. The Mitsubishi Outlander is a compact crossover that made its US debut for the 2003 model year. As of the 2026 model year, the Outlander is currently in its fourth generation. Starting in the second generation, the Outlander has offered 3 rows of seats, which is uncommon for its class. Beginning in the third generation, a plug-in hybrid version of the Outlander has also been available. This 2024 example represents the fourth generation of the Outlander, which made its debut for the 2022 model year. The 4th gen Outlander now rides on the same architecture as the 3rd generation Nissan Rogue. With that being said, the Outlander does have almost entirely unique styling from the Rogue both inside and out, and I personally much prefer how the Mitsubishi looks. In addition, the Outlander has the advantage of offering 3 rows of seats. Another difference the 4th gen Outlander has over the 3rd gen Rogue is the available plug-in hybrid powertrain. In the US, non-hybrid Outlanders up until 2025 used a Nissan-sourced engine before being replaced by a Mitsubishi-sourced engine for 2026. The 4th gen Outlander plug-in hybrid, like this, also uses a Mitsubishi powertrain. While the 3rd gen Nissan Rogue proper doesn't have a plug-in hybrid variant, for 2026 Nissan did take the Outlander plug-in hybrid and very lightly rebadge it as the Nissan Rogue plug-in hybrid. Core trim levels for the US market 2024 Outlander plug-in hybrid included ES, SE as shown here, and SEL. There were also a number of add-on packages to choose from. For instance, the SE model you see here comes with the SE Tech package, which adds on a panoramic sunroof, an auto-dimming rearview, and a 9-speaker Bose sound system. As for the powertrain, the Outlander plug-in hybrid uses a 2.4-liter inline-4 engine with assistance from 2 electric motors for a combined 248 horsepower. It offers 38 miles of pure electric range. A single-speed direct-drive transmission and all-wheel drive are standard. So it does have a fully digital instrument cluster. The information display can be gone through via these controls on the steering wheel. So right now we're on our home screen. You can change the meter view, change what the gauges look like, as you can see. Audio source, driver assistance, then change what you want on this display. But as for the main menu, again, the home screen, the information menu, your trip computers, fuel economy, how economically you've been driving, etc. Then you have your tire pressure monitors, all-wheel drive status, energy flow, battery temp, driving aids, and then finally the settings menu. It has a 4-spoke design, leather-wrapped, and multifunctional steering wheel. It does have sport grips, along with paddle shifters for the regen braking. And as for controls, on this side you have your aforementioned information display controls, along with your audio controls. While on this side, you will find your Bluetooth controls, cruise controls, gap adjust for your adaptive cruise, and you can toggle your safety aids with this button. The steering wheel is manually tilting and telescoping. Panel dimmer, you have your fuel door release, power liftgate release. You can turn off the charging timer and lock or unlock the charge connector. Climate vent for the driver. On this side is your exterior lighting stock. And on this side is your wiper stock. You also have auto rain sensing wipers in this one. So going down the center of the interior, you have your touchscreen infotainment system, some physical controls, volume power tuning knob, and some shortcuts. The system we will go over more in a bit. Central climate vents, hazard light switch. Then right here you've got your dual zone automatic climate controls. You have your temperature for either side, sync, AC, auto, on, off, defrosters, fan speed, different zones, recirculation, windshield de-icer as well, and both of the front seats are 3-stage heated as well. You have a wireless charging pad, 12-volt power outlet, then a USB A and C port, storage along the sides, your electronically operated gear shifters right here. So entering reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines. Parking sensors come up as well. Overhead camera. Then you also have a front-facing camera when you're not in reverse. You have your EV drive modes, normal, EV, save, and charge. And you also have the button to toggle your one-pedal driving mode. The parking brake is electronically operated, along with your auto hold feature right there. And then with this dial, you can select one of your many different driving modes. So you've got power, eco, normal, tarmac, gravel, snow, and mud. Then you also have your hill descent control. From there you have 2 cup holders, center console with some storage, vanity mirrors, card holders, and lights for both sun visors. And you have grab handles at all 4 corners. You have an auto dimming rear view. Then on the overhead console, you have a sunglass holder, reading lamps, roadside assistance, and the controls for your panoramic sunroof. Alright, now onto the touchscreen infotainment system in this Outlander plug-in hybrid SE. So right now we're on the home screen. Again, your seat track, menu, audio, map, camera, shortcut buttons. You have 3 home screens, in fact, and you can customize the widgets. But this is how it's set up right now. But we'll start along here. So you have your obvious phone settings. Under info, you have some of your EV info, energy usage, EV settings. Look for your nearest charging station, charging timer, that kind of stuff. Notifications, Mitsubishi Connect. Then you have, if you have a subscription, you got your Sirius XM weather, sports, movie listings, that kind of stuff. System information. Then under audio, you have AM, FM, Sirius XM, plus Bluetooth audio streaming, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And of course, you got your sound settings for that excellent Bose sound system. And you do have navigation built in, navigation map, really nice to have that. Change your view. And then search for points of interest. And then bring up your exterior cameras. As you can see, there's the front view. Then you got lots of settings. Quite a lot of different stuff pertaining to the vehicle, the system, and so on. That's just a brief gist of this infotainment system. But now we'll have a look under the hood, roll down the driver's window. All 4 windows are fully automatic. The SE trim adds 20-inch two-tone alloy rims. The Outlander plug-in hybrid's powertrain is comprised of the Mitsubishi 4B12 2.4-liter naturally aspirated inline-4 gasoline internal combustion engine, 2 permanent magnet electric motors, and a rechargeable 20 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack. Total output is 248 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. The transmission is a single-speed direct drive unit, and power is delivered to all 4 wheels as standard. On a full charge, you get about 38 miles of pure electric range. Meanwhile, the gas engine runs on regular unleaded with a 14.8-gallon fuel tank. The EPA estimates a combined 64 mpge. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. It also has 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes with regen. 1,500 pounds is the max towing capacity for the Outlander plug-in hybrid. The fuel cap is on the driver's side, and the charge port is on the passenger side. Storage on the back door panels as well. First, we'll check out the third row. So in the third row of this Outlander, you have a cup holder on either side. Well, yikes. This thing probably has the most cramped third row seat I've ever been in. I can even see smaller than average people still not being all that comfortable. Then again, this is a compact, and you at least still have the third row seats if you need them. The second row. Map pockets in the backs of the front seats. Grab handles, coat hooks, reading lamps. Love the panoramic sunroof, lets a lot of light in. Rear passengers do get their own set of climate vents. You have some storage right here. And if you fold the center seat down, you do have 2 cup holders as well. Now as for space, again, I'm about 6'1", with the driver's seat in a pretty comfortable position for myself. Now the second row is pretty comfortable. Definitely nice having all the adjustability. You can slide it, you can even recline it back and forth. And headroom, even with this panoramic sunroof, it does go up quite a bit, so I have a pretty good amount of headroom too. Legroom and footroom, I think they're pretty generous. Again, really nice having the adjustability. I find this Outlander plug-in hybrid to be a very appealing option. For one, it has some of my favorite exterior styling in the segment. With that plug-in hybrid powertrain, it's sure to make your trips to the gas station a lot less frequent. I love how you can charge it up and then you've got the range to make short trips or commutes without using any gas at all. Plus, I think in this SE trim level, particularly with the tech package, you get a lot of nice equipment. It's got the adaptive cruise and all the nice safety tech, plus the heated seats, awesome Bose sound system, panoramic sunroof, and overall just a lot of goodies. And this is just the mid-range trim. So if you're interested in a plug-in hybrid, I'd say the Outlander would be a nice one to have a look at. Single exhaust, rear wiper, and you get a power liftgate as well. With all the seats up, the Outlander plug-in hybrid offers about 12.8 cubic feet of cargo space. Fold the third row seats down and you'll expand space to 30.8 cubic feet. If you fold down both the third and the second rows, you'll then have 64.3 cubic feet of space. But anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.